Stan Comling Star Raptor asks us, what are you most excited for in 2018 when it comes to Star Wars? The Solo movie, Rebels, certain comics, novels, etc. That's a very loaded question. I feel like there is so much happening right now. David, you seem very perky right now. What would you say you're most looking forward to in 2018?
See, you would make fun of me if I said Darth Vader comic.
No, I wouldn't.
So I'm going to say something different because this is something I am excited for. Is the Han Solo movie. Now that we're past The Last Jedi, and here's why. Don't give me that look. I see that sass. Here's why I'm excited for the Han Solo movie. Either we're going to get a good movie, in which case we'll all celebrate because Star Wars has done it again, or we're going to get a train wreck, which will be exciting to watch in itself. So one way or the other, we're going to watch this movie and we're going to have a lot to talk about, either high praise for Ron Howard, or we're going to say, what the hell did he just do with his career?
And if the movie doesn't go well, is Kathleen Kennedy in jeopardy? I'd have to say no because she's made more than $4 billion. I think she's doing pretty well, but one bust movie, it's bound to happen. We'll see. I'm glad that you're excited about it. I'm excited too. I want it to be great. Jesse, what are you most excited, Star Wars-wise, for 2018?
Rebels, obviously. Upcoming novels.
Talk more about the Rebels. What's exciting you about this final season of Rebels?
Honestly, it's just one of those things where I want to know what happens. Because this is the first time that, with the Clone Wars, we weren't able to see the closing story arc for some of these characters.
Pulled it out from under Dave Filoni.
And so, this time he's able to actually finish these story arcs, and that's what I want to see. I want to see these come to a conclusion, see who survives, who doesn't survive.
There was a comment made that this series would end with the Battle of Scarif.
I don't think so. The timeline doesn't. I just don't feel like the timeline doesn't place.
You don't think you don't think there's a possibility of a time jump in between the halves? And reiterate again why we're not time-wise where we would need to be.
For one, the hinting of the Death Star, it's still hinting at this thing is still very much, this is still maybe a year, 2 years out. Okay?
What do you mean, hinting at it?
Construction? Or?
Yeah, if you just pay attention to the details, construction-wise, I don't think it's at the stage that you see it in Rogue One.
Because we've already seen in Rebels that they are trying to harvest the Kyber crystals.
Yes.
So they're still trying to finish the weapon.
Yeah, so it's still in some sort of construction development phase.
Well, it finishes construction in Rogue One. So I don't think that...
I don't know.
That's fine. You're going to say it's not going to happen.
I just don't think it's going to happen.
We can agree to disagree, and that's the fun of it, because you know what? It's Star Wars. After all, it's just a bunch of movies. What am I most excited about in 2018? I want to see this Thrawn novel. I think that has the potential to be really good with Thrawn and Darth Vader matching up, which if you have not read the first Thrawn novel, you're literally in the mind of Thrawn. So, sometimes it's slow, but that's how it's supposed to be, and it is really good. And I know, and you know if you read that book, that Thrawn knows all about Vader and his past. And so how does that dynamic work? I think that is going to be a great story, and I don't want to get too excited for it. I think it really has the potential to be almost as good as Lords of the Sith. You got to see that dynamic between Emperor Palpatine and Vader. Yeah. And this one, what is Vader like with Thrawn, who is kind of like another pet of the Emperor? Pretty fascinating, I think. And you know what? Honestly, I'm going to say Darth Vader too. Darth Vader. Yeah, Darth Vader 20. Just to see what they do with that series. I'm curious to know if they go longer than 25 or if they go shorter than 25. 25 issues being the count that they did for the 2015 run of Vader. Kind of curious to see how that shakes out.